Hello everyone, Chuck here. Today on the bench is the new Commodore 64 Breadbin case from Retrofuzion. Here's a Retrofuzion box compared to the original Commodore 64 box. Not quite as deep because there's just a case and not the extra room for the power supply. Let's see what's in the box. We have a flyer for Badge Man, a flyer for Retrofuzion, foam cover, slanted. And here is the white case that I ordered with an extra blue LED, white side panel, a brushed aluminum side panel, red LED, and in here is a case badge, rubber feet, screws, and in the second box were the same, a couple of flyers, cover, and the black case that I ordered. Black side panel, and here is the badge, the screws, and a red LED. Top half. And this is the black case sitting next to an original Commodore 64 case. The new case has this band here with the writing on it. User port, cassette, serial, video, RF, HL, memory expansion. My original Commodore 64 over here is from 1986 and does not have that band there. But the height is identical. This is the bottom. The new case has these raised areas here that my case doesn't have. There's the serial number badge area. Inside is pretty shiny. Here are the clips to hold the back on. Brass inserts for all the screws, which is a very nice feature. On the bottom here too. Don't have to worry about these getting stripped out. Here's the white case next to a pair of VIC-20s. This is an older VIC-20, so it sits a little bit higher than this new case. But this is a cost-reduced VIC-20 and it matches perfectly. The color is very, very white. I thought the VIC-20 was pretty white, but not compared to that. The original Commodore 64 has open air vent holes here to allow some cooling, but this new case doesn't have any vent holes. They're not open. Turns out that this lack of vent holes is normal on the Commodore 64G, so the later models didn't have them. Probably the shortboards didn't need them. The black case also isn't quite as black as I had hoped. For comparison, this is a black C64C case from Pixel Wizard, and this is a Commodore Plus 4. Trying to reduce the glare here for a better color comparison, but you can see this is a little bit more gray than black. Comparing it also with the Plus 4 case. Now, the Plus 4 case isn't very black either. It's more of a chocolate color. And I also want to try test fitting a Commodore 64 motherboard or two in these and see how well everything fits. We'll see how well the longboard fits in here. Lift this board up, set it down. Actually, I'm going to take this off. Try this side panel here. So there's no screws down here for no screw holes on the base for this. Looks like these are threaded, so those screws need to go in first. Let's see what we've got here. These screws are threaded only on the very end. There are 8 of these short ones, but they don't fit in these holes. So let me see if this does. These short ones definitely do not feel long enough, and the threads are not reaching. The threads on these really short ones are coarse, like they're supposed to go into plastic. So it turns out the original screws fit perfectly in these threads. My original compared to the new one. I don't know if there ever was any writing on here. So I'm going to use original screws on this. These are the original screws from the old Commodore 64. Now these short ones have to be for the motherboard. So we'll see if those threads fit. Very nicely. I really like the brass inserts for these screws. This board has a heatsink. This extra wire here is just for a reset button. Let's see if these work for the heatsink as well. Now they're all in. Tighten them down a little bit. Just snug. Just a little curious now how well this case matches up with the old plastic. So I'm going to see if this fits on here. Tabs look like they fit. This reset button plugs in right here. Fits perfectly. Here's the case top. See if that fits with the original case bottom. doesn't want to snap in up here on this corner. That tab in there, if I can focus on it, it's not coming down far enough. So let's try putting a keyboard in here. And I do happen to have a Mechboard. Take these off here and see how well it fits in there. Screws are longer than they need to be. Everything does line up nicely. Three screws remaining for the case. What do you think? Looks pretty good, huh? Here's the side panel. The rear. The black keycaps kind of highlight the not so black color of the case, though. The Retrofusion case comes with an RF Retrofusion case badge with power as well. These have an adhesive backing. For a licensing reason, Retrofusion couldn't reproduce the Commodore badge, but I did buy these from an eBay seller. This looks a little better, though that badge kind of has a chocolate color to it. Would be a better match on the original brownish case. How about a silver label? Not bad. The included LED comes with a new snap ring, but I don't actually want to install that now because these are actually kind of difficult to unsnap. Get some rubber feet and a Retrofusion case serial number sticker. The case is also designed to fit a shortboard. So let's see how well that fits. There we go. I thought that the brushed aluminum might look good on the black one, or maybe the white one, but I'll try the white side panel on this one now. The set of screws with this case is the same. I definitely missed something on the last one. These are not the same. I thought there were 4 of these, but there's actually 2 of these and 2 of these. And these, I think, might be the ones that are supposed to fit on the side panel. These, I don't know how well you can see these. They're really short and the threads are coarse, like they're made for plastic. But these are machine screws and they should be long enough. Okay, this is a bit of a tight fit. This wants to flex. Yeah, this is interfering with the switch. It loosened the screws and there's really no play there. The switch is just rubbing on the side here. So you see these extra screw holes here for the shortboard. The longboard screws in here. I'll always put the screws in loose until I get them all in before tightening them down. You never know if you need to adjust the position of the board a little bit to get everything to line up. That's 7 screws, so we still have 1 left over. And those 2 wide flat screws. Here's an original Commodore 64 keyboard with new keycaps. And see how that fits in there rather than a Mechboard. Everything seems to line up just right. Again, these brass inserts with the machine screws is a very nice feature, but surely these screws are longer than they need to be. So there's the shortboard. Keyboard. So what do you think? Gold badge, like the VIC-20? Or maybe silver looks better? Front. Here's the side panel. Probably just need to file that to widen it just a little bit. Here's the back. There you have it. That is the new Breadbin case for the Commodore 64 from Retrofuzion. If you back the Indiegogo campaign, then you'll find out all of this for yourself when you get yours. But if you're thinking about buying one from the Retrofuzion store, now you know what to expect. I did hear from Retrofuzion that they are planning on changing the molds to open up these vents in future production, but I don't think that's a big issue because, like I said, the Commodore 64G version had those vents closed as well. And I think especially on a shortboard, you probably don't need them. I expect they're really left over from the VIC-20, which definitely needed them. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.